Hi, this is Christine, and this is my attempt at Hugelkultur. We have attempted to utilize an old gardening technique. It was very popular for centuries in Eastern Europe and Germany, and because of our poor soil here on our upper orchard, we thought this might be a great way of trying to grow some additional crops. Also, it's quarantine and we have some extra time on our hands, and there was also a little bit of panic about having enough food for the pandemic. So we wanted to kind of open up our options for more vegetables and more fruits. So what we had done is we had taken old logs, sticks, branches, leaves, items that we would normally compost, and we had put those in piles. And you'll see from the other video, we piled with the logs first, then the branches, and then the leaves and the sticks, and all of the organic loose matter on top. Then we brought in a truck of soil to put on top. So these are pretty substantial beds here, and put that on top. Then we covered it with straw to try to protect it from falling down the rains. And as you can see on another video, we ended up having to cover it with a canvas cloth because we had horrific flooding here, like just crazy flooding. And it's San Diego, so shocking. But we had so much flooding. A lot of the seeds that I had planted ended up in different places. So I had strategically placed seeds in different areas according to what type they were. But at the end of it, they kind of ended up willy-nilly in all sorts of different places. So that's been sort of interesting when I'm seeing things pop up in an area that we had not planned on. So we're working with that by creating some structures for vertical gardening, because what we've found is that we have a lot of melon, a lot of pumpkin, kind of throughout this space, and it's more than probably the mounds can handle. Now, our mounds are very low, but you can do 8-foot tall mounds. We weren't quite sure how this was going to work. Financially, we didn't want to put in a big amount of money into soil in case this didn't work out. So we did ours a bit lower. This is sort of almost like a half one since it's up against the fence. We created a perimeter fence all the way around because we have a lot of squirrels, a lot of rabbits. Our chickens free range out here, and our dog likes vegetables. So we've blocked off as much as we can, and so we've got these close together. We'll be building on them as they start to decompose. They're going to start to go down, I think, a few inches each year. We'll find out. And so you can kind of build onto these as you go and add more to them. Right now we have a drip system that's temporarily on there. You'll see logs kind of throughout holding that drip system temporarily until I get a new system that I'm going to be putting in place next. So we're trying to, with our dry weather now, we're trying to keep everything alive, and we will need to kind of work a little extra hard to get this mound going. Now in a couple years, it should be able to go very long periods of time without being watered, but for the time being, it's going to need a lot of extra love. And hopefully in a couple of years, this will just be self-maintained for the most part. So we do have some things in here that are going to be growing throughout. We've got some bachelor buttons, some different radishes, some things just kind of growing in here to fill in the spaces to kind of keep the mound alive in between when we have our veggies growing. But in here I have tomatillo, I have cantaloupe, I have sugar baby watermelon, I have jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, we've got some strawberries, I have some peppers, and we have a couple of different green bean and a different other bean. So we'll see how it goes, and you can see along the video sort of a time lapse of how we got to this point here. Hopefully it'll be even more amazing in another month. So right now we are at about April, May, we're about 2 months in at this point. So that's our progress so far.